Hey fans, it's Gabriel Kondaker here, and today we're going to show you how to create a free roam scenario for Train Simulator 2020. So let's go inside the game first. So now we're inside the game, but just give it a second to load before we're in the main menu. This is the home screen of Train Simulator 2020. So now we're in the main menu. Go to Build. Then go to Scenario. Now once you're in Scenario, you select and choose which route you want to create your free roam scenario. It could be this route, this one, it doesn't matter, but I choose the North New Jersey coastline, so let's do that one. That'll be an example, okay? We're going to use that example, how to create a free roam scenario for the North New Jersey coastline, okay? That'll be our tutorial video for today. Oh, there's the North New Jersey coastline. So once you choose and select the route, just hit New Scenario. After you hit New Scenario, after you hit New Scenario, set a location where you want to begin the route. I picked New York Penn Station. I picked New York Penn Station, so let's begin there. I'm gonna begin the run and the route there. And over here I'm gonna write where I'm gonna begin the run and the route and end the run and the route. I'm gonna bring my camera this close so you can see what I'm writing. So now, I'm done writing the name of the new scenario. Well, I'm gonna read it to you, so let me move my cursor a little. Now I'm gonna read the name of the new scenario I wrote. I wrote New York Penn to Long Branch, so now, once you're done writing the name of, once you're done writing the name of your new scenario and the location you want to begin it in, the station you want to begin in, the station you want to begin the route in, and the location. And once you're done writing the name of your new scenario, I want you to hit, the name of the station you want to begin and end in your new scenario. I want you to hit this button. Don't forget about the word want. Just hit this button after that. Just give it a second to load. It always takes a while to load, but it's not a big deal. I'm gonna show you something quick. This thingy means it's loading. That's what this white thingy means, so you know, guys. Or whatever. Just let it load, and then once it's done, I'll tell you what's next. I'll tell you what to do next. Once we're in the scenario editor. I'll tell you how to create your free roam scenario once we're loaded in. We'll just so now we're in the scenario editor, and now what you should do first always is check your time and your weather settings and the date as well. So I pick clear fine. Pretty clear, I mean fine. Now we're gonna do spring. I'm gonna write 12:07 p.m. So just the time I pick. Then I'm gonna write today's date, which is May 6th, 2020. Okay, so now I'm done writing the date, and now I'll tell you what to do next. So pay attention to where my cursor is at. I'm going to show you where my cursor is going next. So let's say we didn't have the arrow trees load up over here. I would click, just wait, give me a second. Just give me a second, I mentioned. I would click this tiny QB box under this big box. I would click that. That'll bring me over the right hand menu, and then after the right hand menu pops up, you'll look for DTG, and then you'll make sure these two boxes are ticked off except for that one. If you want the crane that's not loaded in here, which I have. So I'll tell you what's next once I have the crane that I want loaded in over here in this section. After that, you decide which crack you want to drop the crane in, like which crack you want it to be set up for, bound for the destination you're going. I picked this crack. Oh gosh, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry that it fails to load, but it's like I'm very sorry that the system is unable to run this scenario on the current configuration. I'm very sorry that I'm reading the text and it's telling me that, well, that's the reason why I need a gaming PC, you know that, right? I can't wait to get a gaming PC, so you know, but, well, let's just open up the game again, see the settings. I'm gonna check the settings and see why it's doing that. Looks like settings, they rise to quality when it's supposed to be low. So now, just give it a second to load. So now we're in the main menu. Now I'm gonna check the settings to see why it's doing that. Quality I put like all the way over here. That's weird. Well, I'm gonna just show you one more time. Transfer over to scenario, and then once you're in scenario, it's your choice what route you want. Choose and select to create your free roam scenario. Well, I choose the North New Jersey coastline. That will be an example we'll use. to show you guys how to create a free roam scenario, because it doesn't matter what route you use to create a free roam scenario. If you know how to do it in one route, you know how to do it in all of the routes. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to use the North New Jersey coastline as an example to show you guys how to create a free roam scenario. So means that I showed you how to do it in one route, you know how to do it in the rest of the, I mean all of the routes. But click new scenario. Once you click new scenario, you're going to set a location where you want to begin your route, which is New York Penn, and then over here you're going to write the location where you're going to begin your route, the station, and the location and the station you're going to end the route, which I will record and show you guys. You know what? I should also read out loud to you guys what I wrote. I wrote New York Penn to Long Branch. So now, once you're done writing the name of your new scenario, like the station you want to begin and the station you want to end, once you're done writing the name of that in your near scenario, you're going to hit the button create. Then once you hit the button create, I'll tell you what happens next. You just gotta give it just a second to load, and once it's finished loading up, you're in the scenario editor, and then once you're in the scenario editor, you decide which track you want to set up your train bound for the destination. Just give it a second to load so you know, guys. Always takes forever to load. So now we're in the scenario editor. I'll tell you what you should do first. Always. You should check your weather set. You should check your weather set. I don't know why I keep on. I don't know why. I don't know how to pronounce it. But you should check your weather settings, your time settings, and the date. So I pick clear, but be clear. I pick spring. I pick 12:07 p.m. I mean, a.m. I mentioned. Sorry, is it p.m. or a.m.? Forgot. Actually, it's p.m. Then today is May 6, 2020. So you're gonna, in this box, write the current day in the weather, spring, the current month and the day, which is the 6th of May in the year 2020. Not the 5th. I don't know why I keep on forgetting. The 6th of May in 2020. Okay, so now that's done. I'll tell you what you should do next. After that, you're going to click this thing here, and let's say you don't have the train you want load up over this section. Let's say you don't have the train you want loaded up in this section. I don't know how to say it correctly. I don't know how to say it in proper grammar, but and you might need to think a little. Oh, I mentioned is, let's say you didn't have the crane, you want to load up over here. I meant, let's say you didn't have the crane that you want to load over here in this section. You would click, this tiny QB box under this big QB box, and then after that, the right hand menu will pop up, and after that, you would make sure these two boxes are ticked off except for that one. This one and that one. You will make sure the left box is not ticked off, but you will make sure the middle box and the box on the right is ticked off. You will make sure for what crane you want to load. Well, you will make sure those two boxes are ticked off for whatever crane you want load up in this section in the consist editor, but that is not load up here. You would always go to the right hand menu. You would always then click this tiny little box under this big box, and then it will hand you over the right hand menu. Then you would not tick this left box, but you would tick the middle box and the right box, and then after that's done, you're going to go and see which track you want to set up the crane bound for the destination you're going to, which I'll show you guys right now and record. We're gonna load an 8-car train. It's gonna be really long, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll go a little back. Okay. I'll even drag this thing a little back. But we should just delete this crane. So. Okay, just delete that crane, and then after that, we're gonna see how many cars we have, and then let's see if do we need to add more cars or not. We have, I think, 2 cars only. We need to add like a few more cars. We need to add like 3 more sets of 2 cars. We have one set, 2 cars. We need 2 more sets of 2 cars. Okay, so we're gonna here. We have that. We're gonna keep on going a little farther, and then we're gonna add 1 more set of 2 cars. Then after that, I'll tell you what to do next. So now that's done, you're gonna go over here. You're gonna go to here, and then you're gonna click this button. But first we need, I want to show you guys what car I decide to be the crane driver. The driver of the crane, or the crane driver, it doesn't matter. Of the whole crane. I decide this car, so in order to do that, you have to first click this button. Wait, just give me a second. You have to click this button, and then you gotta highlight the car you want to be the driver of the crane and drive the crane. And the whole entire crane, you need to highlight which car you want to be the driver of the crane. The whole entire crane, you need to highlight it. After you click this, I'm telling you, after you click this, you need to highlight which car you want to be the crane driver of the whole entire crane. So now that's done, I want to show you guys something really cool in the 2D map. What's really cool is that you can switch the cracks. That's really cool. In Quick Drive, you cannot do that. That's the reason why I'm creating a free roam scenario. If in Quick Drive you can do that, I will have not created a free roam scenario. But I'll tell you what these blue dots mean. These blue dots mean that those are the dots where you can switch the crack if you click on it. That's what it means. I'm going to say this again. Those blue dots means that if you click on it, it'll switch to crack. And those dots are all over the route, so you know. In Quick Drive, I don't see all of these blue dots. First of all, I'm going to say these again, what these blue dots are. I'll tell you what happens once you click on them. Once you click on these blue dots, it switches to, once you click on these blue dots, it switches to crack. And these blue dots are all over the route itself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're all over. In Quick Drive, you don't have these blue dots. You don't. You can't even switch to crack. You can't. That's the bottom line. In Quick Drive, you don't have these blue dots all over the route. You can't switch to crack. These blue dots, if you click on them, it switches to crack back and forth. If you keep on clicking these blue dots back and forth, it'll switch to crack back and forth. And these blue dots are all over the route, which is really cool. That's the reason why I want to create a free roam scenario, because in Quick Drive, those blue dots are not all over the route. There are tons of them. They're like, there's every single blue dot all over the route. Forget about the word every single. Forget about the word tons. There's blue dots all over the route. In Quick Drive, it's not like that. They're only in the yard. The blue dots are usually in the yard in Quick Drive, but they're not really in the main tracks, like where. So once you're done selecting which car you want to be the train driver of and drive the whole entire train, I'll tell you where you should bring your cursor next. You're gonna click this button, and then it's gonna ask you saving changes to the current scenario. Then you're gonna hit yes. Now give it a second to load. It always takes forever to load. Well, it's not a big deal. So now, I'll tell you what to do next. Oh. Then after that, when it's like this, when the cursor is like this, click on it with the left thingy. I don't know what it's called. Well, once the cursor is like this, not like those pine trees, the cursor, it will not thingy. It's just, once the cursor is not like a pine tree, it's like this, like, you click on this thing, like the left thing, I don't know what it's called. I'll tell you what happens after you click on it. This is what happens once you click on it. I think I showed you guys enough, and I think we're all set right now. I think, guys, the tutorial video might end there, but I want to show you guys that you can really switch to cracks. I'm not lying to you guys. I want to show you what that those blue dots mean. That okay? So let's bring it a little bit here. Now I'm gonna show you guys. I'm telling you the truth. Actually, I'm the wrong. Sorry. Let's go a little bit over here. Here. Oh, sorry. See? It's really cool. You can switch the tracks. So our tutorial, our tutorial video will end there. And bye, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Bye.